is produced within a country in a given year. It is one of the most widely used measures of a country's economic performance. GDP is calculated by adding up the value of all final goods and services produced in a country during a given period of time. This includes goods and services produced by both domestic and foreign-owned businesses. There are two main ways to calculate GDP: the expenditure approach and the income approach. The expenditure approach adds up the total spending on final goods and services in a country. The income approach adds up the total income earned by factors of production in a country. GDP is a valuable tool for economists and policymakers because it can be used to track a country's economic growth, compare the economic performance of different countries, and assess the impact of economic policies. Pakistan's GDP has been growing steadily in recent years. In 2022, Pakistan's GDP was estimated to be $376.5 billion. This represents a growth of 5.7% from 2021. The main drivers of Pakistan's economic growth are the services sector, which accounts for about 60% of GDP, and the industrial sector, which accounts for about 25% of GDP. The agricultural sector accounts for about 15% of GDP. Pakistan's GDP is expected to continue to grow in the coming years. However, there are some risks to the outlook, including political instability, security challenges, and external shocks. Impact of COVID-19 on Pakistan's GDP. The COVID-19 pandemic had a significant impact on Pakistan's GDP. In 2020, Pakistan's GDP contracted by 0.3%. This was the first time that Pakistan's GDP had contracted since 2009. The main impact of the pandemic was on the services sector, which was severely affected by the lockdown measures. The industrial sector was also affected, but to a lesser extent. The agricultural sector was relatively unaffected by the pandemic. Understanding GDP in Pakistan. The GDP of Pakistan represents the total value of all goods and services produced within the country's borders over a specific period, usually a year. It is an essential metric used to assess economic growth, investment potential, and overall economic well-being. Pakistan's GDP is influenced by various sectors, with manufacturing playing a vital role. Key sectors impacting Pakistan's GDP. Pakistan's GDP is heavily influenced by several sectors, including agriculture, services, and manufacturing. However, the focus of this article lies on manufacturing, which contributes significantly to the country's economic output. Manufacturing units driving Pakistan's GDP. The manufacturing sector in Pakistan encompasses various industries, each making a unique contribution to the country's GDP. Here are some notable manufacturing units in Pakistan. Textile and apparel industry. The textile and apparel industry is one of Pakistan's largest manufacturing sectors and a major contributor to the country's GDP. It includes the production of textiles, garments, and related products. Pakistan is known for its cotton production and has a strong presence in textile exports. Automotive industry. The automotive industry in Pakistan plays a crucial role in the country's GDP. It involves the manufacturing of automobiles, motorcycles, and related components. Several international automotive companies have established manufacturing plants in Pakistan, contributing to job creation and economic growth. Pharmaceutical industry. The pharmaceutical industry in Pakistan is another significant contributor to the country's GDP. It focuses on the production of pharmaceutical products, including medicines, vaccines, and healthcare-related items. The sector has witnessed substantial growth and export potential in recent years. Chemical industry. The chemical industry in Pakistan encompasses the production of chemicals, fertilizer, and petrochemicals. It serves as a key contributor to the country's GDP and plays a vital role in supporting various other industries, including agriculture, textiles, and healthcare. Cement industry. The cement industry in Pakistan is a major manufacturing unit contributing to the country's GDP. Pakistan has a strong domestic demand for cement due to ongoing infrastructure projects, urbanization, and housing needs. The industry also exports cement to other countries. Electronics and electrical appliances. The electronics and electrical appliances sector in Pakistan includes the production of consumer electronics, home appliances, and electrical equipment. This industry is growing steadily and contributes to both domestic consumption and export earnings. Importance of manufacturing units in Pakistan's GDP. Manufacturing units are crucial for Pakistan's economic growth and development. They generate employment opportunities, promote innovation and technological advancements, attract foreign investment, and contribute to the country's exports. The manufacturing sector has the potential to diversify Pakistan's economy, reduce dependency on imports, and drive sustainable economic growth. Conclusion. Pakistan's GDP serves as a key indicator of its economic performance, reflecting the overall health and growth of the country. The manufacturing units in Pakistan, including the textile and apparel industry, automotive industry, pharmaceutical industry, chemical industry, cement industry, and electronics sector, play significant roles in driving the country's GDP. These sectors contribute to job creation, export earnings, technological advancements, and overall economic development. Fostering a favorable environment for manufacturing units is crucial to sustaining and further enhancing Pakistan's GDP and achieving long-term economic prosperity.